Well, today we're at Glendale College, and we're here for the
the Glendale Invitational Power Soccer Tournament.
The Glendale Invitational Power Soccer Tournament. And I'm speaking with Mike Surratt. How are you doing today, Mike?
I'm doing fine, Deb. How are you?
Great, great. Oh, I'm Deb Kinley, by the way. Anyway, so what are we here to see?
Well, today we've got 5 teams, 2 from Arizona, 2 from right here in Glendale, our own Vaqueros and the Rough Riders. And we have the team from the Bay Area Outreach Program, also known as BORP. And we've all come together for a 2-day tournament.
And what are we doing right now? What's going on behind us?
Right now behind us, they're speed testing. So what they're doing is they're making sure they're not going over a certain speed limit in a 50-foot space. So if you're over 5.5 seconds in that 50-foot space, you're fine. Anything below it? Nope.
Oh, okay. I thought they were going to keep them to slow them down, test them to slow them down.
No, I mean the slower is better, but you want to be able to zip up and down the court.
Yeah.
So
we've been watching them a little bit. It's really interesting. But how does someone get on the team?
Well, you can come down, check it out, see if it's something you'd like to try. If so, you can let us know. We'll bring out some plastic guards for you to hook onto the chair, give you a little go around time.
Practice?
A little practice, yeah.
Okay.
And we're also trying to expand, so we're trying to get teams started down like near San Diego and in between here in Glendale. Because we have teams up north, but no teams down south.
Okay.
So,
how long is a season, or do you play all year?
We go mostly from about, I'd say November to just about April.
Okay.
And then
that's why the tournament is happening now?
Well, normally it would be happening earlier. It would have been in like November, but we just kind of ran out of time, couldn't prepare for everything. So.
Okay. So how many people are on each team?
Well, right now we have 7 for the Rough Riders and I believe 5 for the Vaqueros.
And how many are on the court at one time?
At any given time, there's 4 players per team. You can have a minimum of 2 players. You need 1 in goal and then 1 on defense.
Wow.
So it just makes it harder, but it can be done.
It can be done.
Can be done.
How long has the power soccer been happening here at Glendale College?
I believe this is our 6th season.
6th season?
6th season, I believe, is what it is.
Do you know the history of how it got started?
I know a little bit. I know it started in France in the 70s, actually.
Oh, power soccer itself?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then over the last 40 years, it's just slowly evolved into what we have today. Mm-hmm. The ball size is about 13 inches diameter, but it's like a regulation soccer ball.
For power soccer.
For power soccer, yeah. Makes it easier on the players to hit it. So
I think so, yeah. They look like they're having a great time.
This is a great sport. It's very competitive. Mm-hmm. Even if you're a novice, just get out there, try your best.
Do you have to be a student at Glendale to be on the power soccer team?
For our particular teams, yes. You do have to be enrolled in the PE program. Mm-hmm. That way we can account for everybody. Okay. But a lot of them are just clubs, so not affiliated with a specific school or anything.
Okay. How far do you travel? Where's the farthest place you've been?
Me personally, Arizona. Mm-hmm. But I've only been with the team. This is my 2nd season. Okay. But the Vaqueros traveled to Indiana last year for Tournament Cup.
Indiana?
Indiana.
The great state of Indiana.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And this year, I think they're going to Michigan for their cup, and we're going back to Arizona for ours in June.
Okay.
So.
And what brought you into the program?
A friend of mine, actually, she wanted to try it out and seemed interesting to her. I saw that there was 1 coach for 2 teams, and so I volunteered my services.
Okay, so you're a volunteer?
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't have to do this. I said, let me give this guy a hand. And it's been a lot of fun.
Been a lot of fun. I know you've been telling me about it.
Yeah.
We kind of work together on a daily basis.
Yeah.
In the office.
Trying to get you to come out and see what this is all about. It's a lot of fun. The tournaments it's great to just see everybody come together and, give people who normally wouldn't have a sport for themselves, give them something to do.
I see the smiles on the faces, and that's really what it's all about. And we're so happy, honored to be here to take a picture of it and put it on the YouTube and put it on gateways to Glendale
And I'm glad
College.
you guys are here. You know, this gets out. The more that we can expand to the public, the more interest we can generate. Because this isn't a very widely known sport. So we just want to get more and more exposure.
Exposure, sure. I'd never heard of it until you told me about it. Like power soccer, what does that mean? Oh, wheelchairs. Oh, that should be interesting. And they're socking the heck out of these balls.
Oh yeah, There's a lot of rules that you have to abide by, but it's not too bad.
How often do you guys play?
We practice here in the gym every Sunday, and then we have tournaments every few months. Either we're like next weekend we're going to a one-day tournament up in Santa Barbara.
Okay.
Up at we're gonna do 3 teams up there for an entire day.
Okay.
And then we have another. Like I said, our cup is in June, so that's coming up real quick.
What do you mean your cup? What does that mean?
Well, we are. Since we're now a conference team, there's the President's Cup and others like that. And we're competing against a bunch of other teams in Arizona for ours. I forget what ours is exactly, but...
Okay. These are regions? Sounds like regions, perhaps?
I believe so.
Cups. Okay. Tournament cups. All right. Well, great. Anything else you think we need to know about?
This is just a lot of fun. So, come on out and see how everything goes, see what this is all about. We're always open to having new players come in and try out, maybe start up their own team somewhere else. We just want to get the sport out there.
I have another question.
Sure.
How does someone get their wheelchair ready to play power soccer?
Well, they have to go to someone who can attach a metal guard to the chair. So we have like slots attached to the chair itself that we can just slide the guard onto and lock it into place. So I gotta go.
I think we better go. We're talking to Z Dunham. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. And how about yourself?
I'm doing just great, too. So what team are you with?
I play with the Glendale Rough Riders.
The Rough Riders, okay. And what's your position on the team?
I usually play goalie most of the time, so.
Goalie?
Yes, goalie, yes.
Okay. And you were telling me a little bit about your goalie experience a few minutes ago. So can you tell our viewers what you were telling me about how your goalie experience is?
Yes, well, usually when I play goalie, I'm very usually on target, so I don't usually let balls go through easily. It's very rarely you'll have a wide range to do something with.
Okay. How long have you been on the team, Z?
Just about a little bit over a year and a half.
Okay. What made you join the team?
Well, being disabled and not being able to do, a regular traditional sport, and I like to, move around a lot. Yeah. When I first saw it, I was hooked when I first saw it at first sight, so I really enjoyed it.
All right. How much? I don't know how you get your wheelchair equipped to play the game. What did you have to do to get your wheelchair ready?
Well, each chair is equipped with a special foot guard. Mm-hmm. So when we hit our wheelchairs are protected. And each chair is each guard is made especially for the chair because everybody's chair is different.
A little bit different, okay. Where do you have to go to get it fitted or adjusted?
Usually just have to find someone who specializes in welding. You can go to a company or you can go to a friend who knows it.
Oh, the welding. Okay, yeah. I guess you needed to stay on, huh?
Right. Yes.
So, what do you like best about being on this team?
Well, I get to meet a lot of new people and just share each and every one of our experiences.
And how often do you guys practice?
We practice every Sunday here in this gym from 12 to 4.
Okay. And who do you practice with?
With my team, the Rough Riders, and we also practice with the Social Vaqueros.
Vaqueros, okay, all right. That's who's on the team right now, who's
Yeah.
out in the court. Okay,
Right.
very good, very good. Is there anything you want to tell anybody who might be interested in joining one of these teams?
Well, if you just like getting around, just moving around a lot and having fun, having fun.
Having fun? Okay, very
Please
good.
come out and check it out.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you, Z. It's been great talking with you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you, you too.
Okay, thank you.
We're talking with some parents. Amy
Post.
hello, how are you today?
I am fine, thank you.
Great, and Daniel?
And then Daniel Post,
And where did you come from today?
Palmdale.
Palmdale. Okay, all the way from beautiful downtown Palmdale.
High desert.
Okay, and can you introduce your sons to me? Or
This is Ryan.
hi, Ryan. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Ryan is 16.
Hi, I'm Alex, and I'm 12.
You're 12. Very good. Very good. So, how did you guys hear about the power soccer?
At the expo.
At the expo, the Abilities Expo in Los Angeles. Okay. And so, how did you get your shirts?
Mr. Bill.
Mr. Bill. I see you have the red shirt. So, are you anxious to play also?
Yes.
Yes. What position do you think you'd like?
I don't care.
You don't care? That's great. That's a good team attitude. Are you enjoying the games today?
Yes.
Yes. How about you?
Yes, I am.
Yes. Okay. Very good.
Team's winning.
Your team's
Our
winning?
team is winning.
What team are you supporting?
Bill's team, of course.
And which is?
the Vaqueros.
The Vaqueros. Okay, we just saw them kick butt, if I
Yes,
can say
they
that.
did. They were red hot.
6-0, I think, is pretty hot.
Yes,
Yeah, I am
absolutely.
amazed that these folks can maneuver those chairs the way they do. So
That's
that takes a
right.
lot of skill.
My boys are all about speed.
Okay, then, so they're ready. So now, are they old enough to play?
Oh, yes.
Yes, Alex is 12, and I think the age is 10. They start
okay.
at 10.
9 probably.
9 or 10.
From 9, probably. Okay. All right, very good. So are you going to sign them up soon?
We hope
We're
to.
looking at it.
Hope to.
You got to get the wheelchairs confitted, or I'm not sure what's a good word, but
We have to
outfitted.
get the details, the configuration. The boys want to take the information back to Antelope Valley, take it to the newspaper, and have it published to recruit enough players to maybe have a team in Antelope Valley.
Sounds
that
like a
would
good
be
plan.
a long-term plan for them. If they have fun doing this, there's no reason there's a lot of other people where we live couldn't have the same amount of fun.
Sounds like there's people all over who could benefit. We talked to a young lady earlier today. I think she's from the Pasadena area, and Mike Surratt, who invited us here today, said they have people up in Arizona and they want to get more people involved. So I think that's the name of the game.
I think it's awesome. Awesome.
Good, good. Well, thank you so much for talking with us today. We sure appreciate it. And good luck to you and your guys.
Thank you for hosting the teams. We appreciate it.
Okay.
All right, folks, it's time to pull those raffle tickets out now and purchase the red prize raffle tickets. Red prize raffle tickets. You want to get those out right now, please?
I'm talking with Laura Matsumoto. How are you doing today, Laura?
I'm really well, thank you, Deb.
Good,
How are you?
good. I'm doing well too, thank you. So how do you come to be here?
I actually have been working with the Power Soccer team since 2008. We started out with a clinic in 2008 as a DSPS program type of exploration.
What's a DSPS?
Sorry, Disabled Students Programs and Services.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm an instructor specialist in that program. And we had one of our students at the time who said, you know, let's try something. And I said, well, let's look at this thing called Power Soccer. And initially we started out with a big exercise ball that's not the proper ball. And we played it in one of the classes that we offer for our adaptive physical education.
Okay.
And he said, wow, I kind of like this. And I said, okay, well, your job now is to go research it, check it out, and come back and tell me more. Well,
Okay.
at that point, I think that would have been in the early fall of 2008. He said, well, here's all the information. Can we get something going here? And I said, okay, let's do it. So in 2008, we were lucky enough to have the United States Power Soccer Association help us out with starting up a clinic.
Okay.
And we ran the clinic, and we had, I can't give the exact number, but I'd say roughly 50 wheelchair participants at the time.
And what does a clinic mean? Is that how-to?
It's a how-to training session just to get people in Southern California interested to see if we could build the sport.
Okay.
Well, out of those roughly 50 or so participants, we developed a team. And initially it was the Glendale Rough Riders.
Okay.
And we became actually a sanctioned team in the what's called the USPSA, U.S. Power Soccer Association.
All right.
And from there, we developed into 2 teams by the next year. So 2009 was our official start of the teams competing in the USPSA.
Okay.
And then in 2010, the next season, we actually developed 2 teams. And then we had 2 teams since 2010.
Okay.
And
they were called?
We had I may be mistaking that. Okay, we started with the Glendale Rough Riders. Yeah, and then we had we had a second team that was a non-conference team. Okay, and then we built into now within this year recently the 2012-13 season. We now have 2 teams again. The Glendale Rough Riders are continuing, and we have a newly developed Premier Division team called the SoCal Vaqueros.
SoCal Vaqueros,
Yes,
and they're in red.
Yes, and of course we're all associated with Glendale right now, so we got to have the Vaquero representing. So, yeah.
What's the age range for the participants? I was talking to a couple kids who were interested, and one was, I think, 12, and I said, wow, that's pretty young, but what do you know?
I believe the USPSA's limitations is, I want to say 6 and up, because we're affiliated with the college. All of my players have to be student athletes, so they have to be either able to jump start from high school or, so I believe it's sophomore from high school up.
Okay.
If they want to participate with our group. Other groups are able to, if they're community affiliated and things like that, they can have younger participants.
Very good. It seems like such a great opportunity for people who are in wheelchairs.
It is. It's really the premier sport for people who use power wheelchairs because they typically will be more compromised mobility-wise and physically, whereas you have a person who maybe is not as compromised mobility or physically, and they can still propel a manual chair and play quad rugby, or they can play quad football or quad basketball, meaning they propel their own wheelchair and a manual chair. Power soccer is the answer for the folks who are absolute athletes at heart and need a way to compete. And now the answer is they can get in their power chair and play their hearts out competing in this great game that we have here.
The looks on these folks' faces are just incredible. I've just been watching them enjoy themselves, making their goals. We talked with Z a little bit earlier, and she said she's a goalie. And I asked one guy, what do you want to play? And he said, I don't care. He just really wants to play.
Absolutely.
So, I think that's so cool, and it's so good that you're here.
It's great. We've been really fortunate that this DSPS program, the Associate Students program here at the college, have all been very supportive of our keeping the program going, and the athletics department and the physical education department. Because it really grew out of adaptive physical education starting back in 2008, and so everybody has embraced it, and we've gotten such great support between the college police, facilities, everybody basically helping us out to continue keeping the program running.
I think it's probably a small feat to get all of these members of the teams just here at the gym. If they're all coming in vans and a wheelchair, adaptable vehicles.
You got it. You got it. Just, it's truly an opportunity for folks to be engaged in a meaningful thing for them, and whether that's they get up at 5 in the morning because they have to get here by 10 and it takes them that long, doesn't matter, because they want to be here and they want to participate, and that's awesome. I couldn't ask for a better way to be able to spend my time.
Sure, and we talked with the family from Palmdale, and they're interested in getting another team started. I think we better get going. They're trying to get the game going, so thank you so much, Laura.
Thank you, Deb. I appreciate it.
Okay.
All right, take care.
All right. Okay, well, I'm talking with Chuck today. Here we are at the Glendale Invitational Power Soccer Tournament. How are you doing today?
I'm doing terrific. It's a great tournament today.
It is. So how long have you been an umpire? We call you an umpire? What do we call you?
I'm a referee.
A referee,
and
okay.
I've been a referee for about 3 years with Power Soccer, although I refereed for many years prior to that.
Okay. in other soccer?
Yes, actually I referee for the regular AYSO, which is a
Okay.
youth organization, and I do it for club soccer and for high school. So it's been a lot of fun.
Did you have to have any special training for this type of refereeing?
Yeah, actually, I had to go through a series of certifications with this, and then I was certified with USSF prior to that, and we recertify every year, actually. So I had to take my running test and take my test to make sure that I remember all the rules, and we have a great time.
Are the rules a lot different here for power soccer versus other soccer?
Conceptually, they're the same. I mean, the intent is the same. There are specific things that are a little bit different. Obviously, it's a different size field. Obviously, there's fewer players.
And the ball is a different
The ball's
size.
a little bit bigger, but the idea is that you're using your chair to move the ball forward, and you're trying to play a fair game. And in other kinds of soccer, the field soccer, we have a thing that for fairness having to do with offside. And that offside is a way to try to make it still stay fair, so you can't have somebody down there in a really preferred position and take advantage of the other team in an unfair way.
Okay.
Here in power soccer, we have two other circumstances that are similar in its purpose. The purpose is to not be unfair. And so one of them is the 2-on-1 rule, which we're really trying to do is to have the ball be able to move around the field and have individual players be able to use their chair to move that ball forward and have a good time. And if we let everybody kind of bunch all up, then it just becomes a big clogged mess, and there's no fun there. So it's unfair to have two players against one player, except when you get to the goal, and then the defending team can have two players between the goalkeeper and another player. Another version of that is having three defenders in the box at the same time. So if you could imagine that the goal is only so large, and if you get everybody in there, there's no way for the ball to get through, and what's the fun of that? So we don't let that happen.
I've certainly seen the ball get stuck between two chairs, and they kind of have a moment. You know?
Right. Well, the whole game itself is we worry about having fun. We worry about having everybody safe. We worry about having the rules followed, kind of, sort of, to make things work right. And so another rule that we worry about from a safety perspective is not letting the ball get too high. And if the ball gets too high, and especially when it can have a little bit of force, people could get hurt, and they're trying to do things that they shouldn't be doing when they're in a power chair, and so we don't let that happen either.
I've seen it fly over players' head.
That's well, we don't think that's the awesome part. The awesome part is when it's right on the ground, moving really fast in a controlled pattern. That's awesome to us.
We interviewed some young guys a little bit earlier, and they're not players yet, and they're anxious to be players. And I asked one, "What do you want to play? In what position?" He goes, "I don't care.
Just get in there and play." That's right.
Yeah,
it's
like a lot
great
of
fun.
Yeah,
well,
great.
This is one of those games that actually has a certain amount of equality to it that you don't. I'm not saying that regular soccer is not fair, but in order to make it fair, we divide people by age and talent. We divide them by gender. In power soccer, we're really only dividing them by their ability to control their chair and their ability to be physically safe while they're doing this kind of an activity. After that, boys, girls, young, old, they can all play on the same team and have a great time together. So that's kind of fun too.
It is. How many women would you say are involved in power soccer?
I don't know on a big scale. I probably see most of the teams that I've refereed, there's probably one, maybe two per squad.
Okay.
So that's maybe 20%.
How big are the squads?
Well, you can have 4 on at a time. You usually want to have at least one, maybe two. So you want to have at least 6 in your squad. I know that they get up to 8 and 9 sometimes.
Okay.
After they get to about that size, they split them into 2 teams because what's the fun of sitting around when you could play another whole team? So.
It gets a little crowded, I would guess, too.
Yeah. So and they have to take turns, and you don't get on the field as much if you're if you're one of 9 players and there's only 4 slots each time.
Yeah.
The best you could ever do is half the game.
And so tell us about the speed checks.
The speed checks are another one of those fairness things.
Okay.
And so we want it to be safe. So if the chair can get too fast, It could create a little bit of a, that they touch. They
Yes.
bump each other once in a while. We don't like that when it's too dangerous, so we're okay with their cages kind of doing a little bang here, a little bang there. But when they start banging into each other on other parts of the chair, that's not okay with us because it gets a little dangerous. And if you can imagine, if the amount of damage that could be done when you're going really fast, just like a car, the faster you go, the more damage occurs. So we want to control it for that reason. And the second is we want this to be a game where an individual's skill in maneuvering their chair is what wins the day, not how much money they have to buy the coolest, best, wonderfulest, fastest chair in the world. So that's another way we make it all even and fair. Now, you can go purposefully slower because you need to keep control, because control matters the most. So you can go slower, you just can't go faster.
Okay. Someone told us a story, and maybe it was Mike earlier, about a kid who flipped over, I guess, on his wheelchair in a game, and they thought the player was going to be hurt or upset, but he was like, "Wow, that was pretty cool."
Well, again,
that's not what you're looking for.
That's not my version of cool.
Well, it's
a young person, it might have, any young people who survive one of those exciting moments, if they're not scared, they're excited. So that's kind of fun for them. But, we don't want them to purposefully try to turn their chair. We don't want them to try to turn so fast and with how they put their weight on the chair, have it turn over, because it hurts them, it hurts their chair, it could hurt somebody else.
Sure.
Safety is a big number one watchword for us as referees.
I think so, and I think that's good for you to do that, Chuck. I'm just having a little fun with you. I know the kids are enjoying, bumping into each other, but really it's good that you're out there to keep them safe.
Well, thank you.
We sure appreciate it.
You betcha.
Thanks so much for talking with us today, Chuck.
All right,
we appreciate it.
Glad I could help. All right, bye-bye.
Hi, guys. How are you? So you're Joey?
Yes.
How you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. Beautiful weather out here.
All right. How are you, Taylor?
I'm good.
Okay. So tell us about your experience with the Glendale Power Soccer team.
I came here about 6 years ago.
5 or 6 years
and
ago?
we started the Rough Riders, and now they're here in 2 teams and playing at a higher level, so it's a beautiful thing.
They are playing at a high level, yes. And I see you've got the Southern Cal Vaqueros shirt on, so you're one of the team members?
Oh, yes.
What do you play?
I kind of rotate around.
You rotate around? And so what positions do you play?
Usually wing or goalie.
Wing or goalie? Now, I have known nothing about the game of soccer. I know how it goes up and down the field or the... All right, how long have you been playing?
For about 4 or 5 years, I think.
4 or 5 years. Okay. And how about you, Joey? I heard some good things about you earlier, but I know you started the Rough Riders, so tell us more about your experience.
I've been playing for 6 years, and I went from the Glendale Rough Riders to playing at Arizona State. I go to college over there, so college soccer just transformed my life from personal and career-wise, so without power soccer, I would be doing school right now.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Is there anything you want to tell any viewers about the game or to encourage them to come and play?
Oh, man. If you play power soccer, the possibilities are endless. You can go across the world and play for Team USA, and it's the biggest sport with power wheelchairs, so join in, your life will change forever.
Anything you want to tell any viewers?
It's a really great sport. It has grown like a good amount over the years, and it's nice that it's actually a real competitive game. And there's a lot of competition, and there's a lot of good players out there too. Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
My favorite player.
Say it again.
Taylor's my favorite player.
He's your favorite player? Okay. Very good. Very good. Well, thank you guys. It's been fun talking with you. It's a lovely day in Southern California and here at Glendale College. So you're here with your son?
With my son's team, the Desert Outlaws.
Okay.
And we're from the Phoenix area in Arizona.
Oh, from Phoenix. Okay. And how long have you been with the power soccer teams?
Well, my son's been playing over 10 years.
10 years? Oh, my. Okay. And what do you do with the team? What's your role?
Well, I'm assistant coach, but, we're all support. The parents, especially the ones that travel with, our athletes need assistance. But once they're on the court, that's when it stops.
They kind of take over from there?
They do.
Okay.
They're true athletes, and they have to be in a team situation. They have to rely on the other guy. Who am I going to send it to? Are they going to know what they're doing? And interesting, as you may watch, some can turn around, some can't. Some are using, we have a player on our team that uses a sip and puff. So we call him Quick Straw. We all have outlaw names. My son is Jesse Jameson. We got Doc Hollywood.
Okay.
Anyway, they play this because it is the thing that they can do. They can't feed themselves. They can't, some. And to be able to drive their chair like it's an extension of their body, and to be able to hit that ball to the teammate, because that's how they're going to do it. There's strategies involved. There's weekly practices. And, we have to haul them out and turn the lights off, or they're going to keep playing.
So where all have you been traveling playing power soccer?
We've played in Indiana, Atlanta, Birmingham, California, up San Jose, Arizona, of course, and any place that they have it.
Okay. Is it a growing sport from your point of view?
Oh, definitely. 10 years ago when my son started, there were 3 or 4 teams. Now there's over 60.
Okay.
And we have, I think, 4 conferences now. We'll be hosting the President's Conference Cup, and Glendale will be coming over for that. So we're looking forward to it. And if they play like they just did, I don't know. Oh, my goodness. That was wonderful.
Well, I guess they're called, our Glendale team's called an elite team. I'm not sure what that really means in power soccer lingo. Other than that means they're pretty good.
I know that they're in our President's Cup, and so it's a real even playing field there, and that's what I really appreciate. And the sport keeps evolving, very strict rules, and you have wonderful officiators like Jonathan, and it's pretty amazing how they need to be aware of these rules, and that's for the whistles and that sort of thing. So
yeah, we talked with one of the referees a little bit earlier, and he said he gets recertified every year. So they're
and
changing.
They really have quite a workout too. The fact that they're not getting clobbered, and then by the way, that is not a goal to hit the other person. I don't know if you noticed the last game, 2 yellow cards were handed out.
Okay.
You don't want to have hitting going on. You don't want to hear that. They have the guards. They're seated. And all I can say is it's just total fun. And I don't know if you saw me playing with my feet when I'm sitting on the chair and going like this, It's just thrilling. Thrilling that, my son has muscular dystrophy, and we didn't know we'd see 16. He's going to be 23. And the fact that he can be out here playing, as there's many conditions. I also happen to be a home care RN in Arizona. And what these people, I don't even want to call them disabled. They're very abled, and they're put on this playing field at a game that they can play, and it's just really fantastic.
I have enjoyed the looks on their faces.
Have you?
They're a spunky little group of people. I mean, they're taking this game seriously from what I can see, and they're enjoying it every minute.
And with that expression, when you see the elation of making a score, and then you see the, I missed it.
Yeah.
Oh, But we're sure thankful that Glendale, we've been over here before.
Okay.
Thank you for the weather being a little warmer. We played in November, and it was very cold.
It was cool, yeah.
But no, we really enjoy this, and thank you so much. What an opportunity.
Thank you, Jill, for taking the time to talk with us
No
today.
problem.
Thank
you. Bye.
What an exciting day we had today watching power soccer at Glendale Community College. There was a power soccer tournament here today on a beautiful Saturday. We had lots of fun watching the players. We talked to players, we talked to coaches, parents, people who want to be in the program. So thank you so much for watching. We really had a great day. If you're interested in finding out more about power soccer, you can contact Laura Matsumoto. She's the DSPS coordinator here, and you can contact her at lauram@glendale.edu. That's LAURAM@glendale.edu. Thanks again for watching and tuning in to Gateways to Glendale College. And until we meet again, stay tuned.